What do you think is driving these results?
Yeah, there are a few things driving these results, so we have to sort of unpack them, because for a long time, HPE talked about being better together, and clearly this quarter, they were better apart. I think you have two companies that have a stronger ability to be nimble, a stronger ability to resize their infrastructure, particularly in the case of HPE. Now, in the case of HPI, the PC and printer company, this is a company that is performing just really on all cylinders. They are in a market that is flat for PCs, that is nominally flat for printing. They are gaining share. They're putting up numbers like 15% growth year over year for total PCs, putting up 14% growth for total printing, 28% growth for for commercial printing. But now remember, that includes the Samsung business that they acquired, and this is the first full quarter that they had that. But really just stellar performance and huge operational efficiency on the part of HPI.
Let's talk about that. Are you expecting the strong computer and printer demand to continue through this year?
Yeah, so I think what you're seeing is that infrastructure in general is continuing to get refreshed. But in the case of HPI, the product is strong. The product has been getting stronger and stronger for quite some time. So in the case of PCs, they're focusing on profit pools that are margin rich, whether that's detachable 2-in-1s, so things that, like a Microsoft Surface-like device, or whether that in the desktop is things like gaming. And then they've done a great job of kind of meeting the needs of that really important, most demanding consumer and commercial buyer, and getting them to pay up a premium for incremental features. These things can be relatively small, like integrated privacy screens, integrated Skype calling, and just really high quality build. So I do think the Hewlett Packard can continue to gain share. Now, the PC market, we expect that's going to be nominally a flat market going forward.
Now, Meg Whitman, no longer the CEO of HPE. She's gone on to her next endeavor. Antonio Neri, the new CEO, he's speaking on the call. He's talking about the macro environment, saying he thinks he sees market improvement. But what is your outlook for HPE, without Meg Whitman?
Yeah, so I did have the opportunity to talk to Antonio just before he hopped on the call. And, obviously he's really thrilled with the performance that the company had in the quarter. I think that the HPE you're going to see without Meg Whitman is going to run a very similar playbook. They're looking for acquisition targets that are additive to the profit pools they participate in and that are in growing segments that fit within HPE's channel and in their direct sales force. And remember that 70% of HPE's revenue comes from indirect channels, from resellers. So they have a vast reseller network that they can leverage. I think that the key to this quarter is twofold. And Antonio, is very clear about this. They have enabled HPE Next, which took $1.5 billion out of the company for this year, of which they invested $700 million back. So they did huge cost cutting while growing the top line. That's pretty impressive, and not something that any company is going to want to go through going forward.